that heat number one yielded that big time out of that preferred lane in lane 6. And lane 6 now, Naomi Johnson's lane is going to be taken over by her teammate Taylor Snare. She's out there in lane 6. In lane 5, Ella Onjuwevo of LSU in lane 5, and then Camille Peisner of Stanford in lane 4. Peisner, the senior, number 5 all-time at 300 meters for the Cardinal there in 4. And in 5, for LSU, that's the Nigerian Olympian at 400 meters. So she was in the Olympics in Paris this summer for Nigeria. She's run 50:57 at 400 meters. That's a school record, and earned her All-American honors last year for Onjuwevo. And she was the under-20 world leader. So an absolute stud competing in the unseeded sections of the 200. And we'll keep an eye on Taylor Snare on the outside. She's had a great start to her career at UCLA. Community college star at Modesto Community College. And look at it, she's already putting it on the All-American and the Olympian. It's Snare. Onjuwevo trying to bring her back. It's Snare and Onjuwevo. Snare, Onjuwevo in a tight battle. Look at this. Taylor Snare is putting away the Nigerian Olympian. Snare, UCLA has got it started nicely. Snare 22.92. Snare was already ranked number 4 in the Big Ten. She actually was bumped to number 5 by her teammate a few moments ago, but now she's going to move all the way up. 22.92 takes her to 23.03. That'll take her up to number 3 in the Big Ten. So Johnson and Snare sit 2 and 3, and the Bruin ladies are hot right now. I should say the Bruin women are hot right now. Taylor Snare, she had one of the great all-time seasons at the community college level that we have ever seen. One of the most dominant community college seasons in the state of California last year for Modesto Community College, and she has not missed a beat in her transition to UCLA. She's right atop the Big Ten Conference now with her teammate. You can see the two happy Bruins there, and you got to know Joanna Hayes is going to be fired up about that. Final heat here. There you can see the competitors on the screen. Holden, Charlton, Bigham, Love, Brown, Snare, Lacefield, and Hall. Middle of the track is heavy right now with Bigham, one of the best freshmen in the SEC last year for LSU. Leah Love, the school record holder at Iowa, right in the middle. Jade Brown, she's ranked 19th in the country, the school record holder at Arizona. And then Taylor Snare, who's number 8 in the country at 200 meters for UCLA after her run last night. That is a loaded lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. Snare struggling out of the block. She's in trouble. Bigham running great. And Leah Love getting up. Snare struggled out of the blocks. A misstep. She did close okay for UCLA. She is not thrilled with that, but we'll see if it's enough to get in the final. She rallied late. I don't think it is. Bigham and Love are going to be the ones that advance automatically. Everyone else will not advance on time. That's unfortunate for Taylor Snare. She broke the school record last night at UCLA. We're talking about UCLA's great sprint tradition. Newcomer Taylor Snare broke their school record last night. A tough block start there in the 60, and that's unfortunate for her. 5 this year with Conyers. They're going to have Snare, Fletcher, and Johnson, so that's a heavy hitter crew for UCLA. Texas has got a ton in there too. Lauren Lewis, Kanandra Davis, Akala Garrett, and Ramaya Elliott, who ran so well in the 400, both of them. So Texas should be in the mix here. And it's Texas who's out well. Look at Conyers rolling for UCLA. They are going to be even at the break, all 4 teams. John's got work to do at the top of the track, and she's starting to push down the home stretch, but it is Conyers that gets the best of her crosstown rival at the break at least. So it's Conyers, John, and Lauren Lewis of Texas. Now John flies by Conyers. We'll see if Conyers can hold that spot in second, because you can see Lauren Lewis beginning to gather. Olivia Williams, the freshman for Iowa, running well. There's Yemi John setting up USC as she hands to Takaya Cincy. UCLA is going to counter with Taylor Snare. And then Kanondra Davis of Texas. Keep an eye on Iowa. Chioma Uwachukwu, who had a monster 400 earlier today. Now that she's getting a great carry right now. Look at Uwachukwu having a day. Cincy still holds the lead. Keep an eye on Snare. She's an outstanding short sprinter. She didn't have a great 60. Looking to get back now in this 4x4. And look at the traffic we've got. Davis gets on the back of Snare's heels. They're all in it. It's a full house as we get on the halfway point in this women's 4x4. Snare beginning to gather for UCLA. Cincy still holding the lead for USC. Chukwanuku went too early. She's starting to fade. SC in good shape right now as they go to Mira Scott, the outstanding freshman from Ohio. UCLA counters with Kaylin Fletcher. Look at the great freshman from Iowa, Damaris Matunga. So some diaper dandies getting rolling now. It's Matunga and Mira Scott. Mira Scott trying to hang on. Kaylin Fletcher giving UCLA a nice carry. This is a big back and forth battle. Don't lose sight of Texas there in fourth. They've got a great back end. This is Akala Garrett, who ran so well in the 400. Look at Garrett starting to close now. Garrett from Texas with a great carry. Matunga, the freshman from Iowa, trying to hang on. And Fletcher giving UCLA a monster carry. And they're all up. The anchor leg. The anchor leg now for UCLA. That's Naomi Johnson. We saw her run great the 200 yesterday. Johnson's got them out early. We hope it's not too early, too soon. Watch out for Texas with Ramaya Elliott back there in third. Alicia Lucas for Iowa, but it's Naomi Johnson that's got UCLA on the front. Ramaya Elliott of Texas beginning to move there in third. It's all UCLA right now. Naomi Johnson's got the Bruins clear of the field. Ramaya Elliott, does she have one last push in her for the Longhorns? But it's UCLA, Naomi Johnson, and the Bruins are going to win the 4x4 in dominant fashion with a monster anchor from Naomi Johnson. What a effort there, and I do believe that UCLA team, the whole was greater than the sum of the parts. And that will move them all the way up to one of the top times in the country, 3:28. That puts them number 3 in the country behind Arkansas and Georgia. What a run for the Bruins, and that was a big-time battle. 4 teams under 332. You're looking at numbers 3, 4, 5, 7 maybe in the country right there. I mean, it's hard. You have to kind of sort out some B's and C teams that are in there, but in terms of just the schools, those are 4 of the top 6 or 7 marks in the country right there. And that was a great battle, back and forth, seesaw, and Naomi Johnson just took the stick. There was great momentum from legs 3 to 4, from Fletcher to Johnson, and just got clear of the field. What a back end. We really thought Texas had the back end with Garrett and Elliott, but it was Fletcher and Johnson of UCLA that brought things home for the Bruins. Damaris Matunga ran that great third leg for Iowa.